Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Akim Marino. This is week 5. Actually, all of these recordings are available on my YouTube channel, so you don't literally have to wait, 5 weeks to get them. They're all released, and but we just want you to take your time in reviewing this video so that it could actually work for you, because we're going for self-healing and self-awareness and total and complete. Remember, okay, so today we're going to talk about the spiritual self. The spiritual self. We've talked about the physical self, the emotional self, the mental self, and now it's the physical self. When we look at the material world, we find that there is a correlation in all studies that have been done with spirituality and happiness, spirituality and life satisfaction. And so this is something that has been studied, and even the World Health Organization, WHO, used to define wellness in 3 categories, psychological well-being, emotional well-being, and social well-being, or social health, psychological health, and emotional health. But they added the 4th dimension to that. They added the spiritual health, the spiritual well-being of people. And so we know that there's a direct relationship, or a direct correlation between spirituality, religious involvement, and positive health outcomes. It's not debatable. Like we've seen that. And so positive values, attitudes, belief systems, strengths that one acquire from spirituality or spiritual practices actually contribute to health and wellness. And so we have to talk about our spirituality, spiritual practices. I told you on one of the modules that I was going to tell you how you can expand when you're stuck. I asked you a question. I think the question I asked you was, what if this is all of it? What if this is it? Like, some of the reasons why we fear is because we think this is it. This is it. This is it for me. There's nothing else for me. Well, what spirituality does, it expands your expectation, and it expands your space, even if you don't get it. Even if you never receive that expectation, the fact that you're in a space to expect and a hope and a place to hope, that improves your life satisfaction immensely. So that's one of the benefits of spirituality, or being connected to a dimension that is separate from this dimension. I mean, connected to this dimension, but separate from this dimension. It expands the space of your reality. And so when we talk about spiritual health, we want to talk about how we self-actualize. We talk about transcendence. We talk about relationship with God, relationship with ourselves, and relationship with others. We want to talk about religious activities like praying, fasting, and love your neighbor as yourself. All of these practices, how they change us, but also build a more healthy community of human beings. So spiritual well-being is the ability to experience and integrate meaning and purpose in life. And sometimes we find our connectiveness, to God impacts our connectivity to our fellow human being. A religion or a spirituality that doesn't change you as a person is legalistic. Your religion should change you. It should change your life. You should become a better person. You should become a person who cares more about others, and you should be more forgiving, and you should be more caring for people. He's someone who says they're religious and talks and is mean to others and is very careless with the people that God has put in their space. You have to check their spirituality. And we're all, we all have growth. Nobody's there yet. We all have space to grow. Spiritual well-being is not just about what we do and not do in a building, in a church, in a mosque, in a temple. It's who we are. It's a relationship. It's a positive engagement with self and others. Because that's the only way we can gauge your spirituality, is how does it change you into a better person? How do you contribute to your environment? How do you treat the people closest to you? Because some people are very nice to others outside of them, but the people in their household, they're mean to. Do you care for the people in your house? Do you care for the people in your sphere, in your space? Do you check up on them? Do you find out if they're okay? Or do you take them for granted? We cry when people die. And sometimes I always wonder if we gave them the thought they were due when they were alive, it would make the tears after they've gone be so much valuable. Live your life in such a way that you have no regrets about those in your circle, about those God that is giving you. Say that you love them the way you could love them. All right, so we need to be able to, in spirituality, we have to cultivate positivity. Practice daily meditation. This time, we have time. People, we have time. Meditate. Isolate yourself, and ruminate on the word of God and what He's spoken to your life, and ruminate on loving kindness and the scripture says, whatsoever things are true and pure and lovely, of good reports, think of those things. Meditate on those things. Ponder on them. Be consumed with that and not the illness, the disease that is ravaging the world right now. How can I be kinder to my kids? How can I be kinder to my husband, to my wife? How can I be kinder to myself? Even when they're not kind to me. Even when I don't feel like doing it. That's building your resiliency. It's building your tenacity, and it's going to make you whole again. So for spirituality, we're going to say, let go of resentment. That is the one thing people struggle with. It's so easy to say, I'm going to forgive, I'm going to let go. But I know it's difficult, but you have to. Because we always often think that if I forgive somebody, I'm letting them off the hook. But forgiveness isn't about that other person you're forgiving as much as you're letting go of the anger that weighs you down. It would be irresponsible to suggest that forgiveness is easy. But we're not looking for the easy way out. We're looking for healing, setting yourself free. Sometimes to forgive other people is not even the problem. You got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive yourself for all those errors that you made. You have to forgive yourself for allowing others to use you the way they did. You have to forgive yourself and in not knowing better, because if you knew better, you would have done better. Forgive yourself for that. And you have to let go of control, as if you have control over anything. You have to let go of that. Does that work? Okay. So learn to celebrate successes, no matter how big or small. Remember when we're talking about, I think it was on the last module, when we talked about the polarized thinking, where if it's only one way or the other, black or white, it If it's not this way, then I can't do this. And what that does, it keeps you from joy. It keeps you from fulfillment. And so you have to learn to celebrate the incremental joys, that, oh, okay, I wasn't able to do this with this person, but I was able to do that, and I will celebrate that. So just celebrate little things, and not just your own successes. Celebrate other people's successes. Human beings are hardwired to connect with each other. So when you take an active interest in somebody else's achievement or somebody else's progress, you help to reinforce those connections that so enrich our lives. We are not meant to be alone. We're supposed to bear witness to other people's lives. So celebrating successes, celebrate yours, celebrate others. Work to foster positive emotions, such as enthusiasm, through singing and dancing and upbeat music. Hey, 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 hey. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Hey, hey, wonderful, yeah, 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 wonderful, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, hey. I was gonna get up, but I don't know if you see me. Hey, yeah, yeah. Okay, maybe you will. Anyway, dance a little bit. I'm sitting, but I'm dancing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Make up songs or put on some music. That would help. Help others. Helping out a person in need can have a profound effect on your own thought processes. When we volunteer our time for others, it takes us out of thinking about ourselves and become a great source of joy to other people. The next thing we want to talk about is gratitude. Gratitude. I'm not going to have you keep a journal and all of that stuff. I mean, you could if you want. But imagine looking at the world through the eyes of a child. Like, can we all together just be wowed by our world? I was at a place one day, I think it was by a lake, or I can't remember, a pretty beautiful place. And the person with me was saying, imagine what we've done as human beings. Isn't that amazing? It's just amazing what we've done as human beings. Be wowed. Be like, look at things like a child again. If you do that, you will be grateful for things. Be wowed, like I was talking about our physical bodies. Be wowed at your eyes, at your fingers. Be wowed at your essence. Like, wow, look, God, look what you did. So it is important to regularly practice gratitude. Find something to be grateful for. Find some reason to say, you know what? You know what gratitude does? It humbles you. Gratitude and humility go hand in hand, because gratitude means that it's not just all about you. It's not just all about you. Maybe other people are in this space who have made your life easier. Maybe there is a God who has helped you. Maybe there's somebody who is praying for you. Gratitude, for that cup of coffee, or for that glass that glass of milk, or just little things. The hand sanitizer, the soap, the water. I went to the store today to get alcohol because I think I have my last bottle, and they said they ran out. So that last bottle, I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that I had the fortitude months ago to buy. I usually buy alcohol anyway. So when people were scrambling for it, I'm grateful for what I have. So little things like that. But it's time to share with you. What an honor that you're inviting me to your home. I'm grateful. Thank you. If we do this daily, it will have a cumulative effect in reorienting us into, positive, good vibes, people who are have an energy that is positive, balance that is pleasurable. Does that make sense? First Thessalonians 5:18 says, "Be thankful in all circumstances, for this is the will of God concerning you who belong to Christ." Be thankful in all circumstances. That's kind of difficult sometimes, because you're like, well, this sucks. But you're not thankful for the circumstances. In the circumstances, you're thankful. So let's just be gracious today for the different things that we've experienced in life, and that you're still alive. It's a cause for Thanksgiving. You haven't lost your mind. It's a cause for Thanksgiving. Be thankful. And I will see you on the other side. You can reach me or email me at drmarino.com, info@drmarino.com, on the social media at Dr. Akin Marino. Thank you for spending this time with me. Let me know if you've learned anything in all of these modules. We have 2 more to go, I believe. In any of these modules, let me know how you are experiencing this. And I'm thankful for you. All right.